What I want to talk about today is how to wake up. Something that is talked about in many spiritual circles. It's a major facet in human design. What does this idea mean? What does it mean to be awake? What does it take to get there? Why would anyone want to get there? Is it worth the effort? There may be other definitions of what awake means that might, in various ways, be a bit more accurate or maybe more useful in certain contexts. I will just share my definition for the moment, which will be appropriate for our conversation. Being awake means holding no illusion to be true. Samskara creates illusion. We're afraid of something, so we believe something, right? We believe we need to avoid this thing, otherwise we might die. We believe that this must be true and we have to respond in this way because this thing is true, or whatever the case might be. Truth is different. Truth just is. Truth doesn't argue because there is no argument possible. Holding no illusion to be true means that all samskara have been released. You may and probably will still engage in games, but they will be the games of your choosing. You may and probably will hold some beliefs, but they will be positive ones that help you, and you will be able to let them go when they have served their purpose. It's a very different state of being than the one that most of us find ourselves in. Most of the time, we are living out the character of our not self. Our not self is our programmed, conditioned self. Therefore, the not self character must be made up of beliefs held in place by tension. A friend of mine told me yesterday, this is maybe something you've already heard, but I hadn't heard it before. You know what's in the middle of every belief? It's a lie. L-I-E, right in the middle. No belief is true. We've been over this. Your not self is not true. It's not really you. The fears in it aren't true. They're illusionary. So when we're in the middle of these games, when we're in the middle of samskara, when we are living our not self and believing it to be us, we experience a lot of pain and suffering. The nature of existence from this place, in many cases, not always, doesn't have to be this way, but in general, the nature of existence is suffering, right? Because we are being driven by this fear. We're being driven by these unpleasant, unwanted sensations. So what does it take to be awake and to actually get there? I'll tell you a secret. Awakeness is not something that you can accomplish. It's not a task to perform. It is actually something that is manifested into being. I mean, manifested in the law of attraction sense. It is something that you call in from the universe, not something that you do out of your own power. You may need to get to a point of enough clarity, enough clearness to be able to call it in. But that is how it works. The way you get there is by taking what one of my teachers named Jed McKenna refers to as the first step. Most people, even ones that have been seeking enlightenment for many, many, many years, have never taken this first step. And it may or may not be relevant for you in this life to take this step. What is the opposite of illusion? It's truth, right? The first step is declaring with 100% of your being, I want the truth no matter what it costs. The Buddha did this when he sat under the Bodhisattva tree and said, I will not move until I have become enlightened. It's that decision made with 100% of your being that sets this process in motion. When you make that decision, your world will begin to shift around you. Things will begin to change. You will have the experiences that you need in order to be able to release the conditioning come to you. Even without taking that first step, you can make that request and it'll happen. Please bring me what I need in order to take the next step. Please show me what I need to release. Please show me what I'm holding on to that is no longer serving me. And it will come. It will hit you in the face. And then maybe you go, that was great. A little gentler next time would be amazing. A little gentler, please. Maybe a little more clear and direct. The nature of reality is magic. This is all consciousness. It's all that it is. Remember, number one. One existence, one identity in all of creation. We're playing our unique parts of it, but existence responds to our intention, our thoughts, and our requests. So if you want to wake up, make that decision and then buckle up. Or more accurately, undo the buckle, because you're releasing illusions of safety, among other things. This is not necessarily for everybody, again. But if you wish to awaken in this lifetime, this is the most direct way that I am aware of to have that happen. Because the cost, the actual price of truth is all of your illusions. And if you are identified with the not self, which almost all of us are, then that is everything. Your illusions are everything that you have. When you release them, you allow that space to be taken up by something that is not a lie. You allow that space to be taken up by something that is true. This process and these techniques that I've shared with you are tools that will help you along the journey and, are useful in many other situations as well. Jed McKenna says that there are actually two destinations in this journey. One is enlightenment, total enlightenment, which very, very few beings ever experience, and not many need to. He called the actual destination or desired destination of most people who engage in some sort of spiritual process. He said the actual thing that they're looking for is not enlightenment. You could call it awakeness. He called it human adulthood. It's just being an adult, feeling your feelings, engaging with life.